The Wise Cobbler and the Dusty Kingdom. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a mighty king. One day, the king was walking through his vast kingdom when he noticed dust everywhere. The roads, the market, and even the palace steps were covered in dust. The king was frustrated and called his minister. Minister, look at this mess. There is dust everywhere. I want this kingdom clean at once. The minister, being a loyal servant, quickly announced to the kingdom that the king wanted all the dust gone. Soon men from all over the kingdom came with their brooms and started sweeping. But as they swept, the dust flew everywhere, making things worse. The king coughed and sneezed, covering his face with his royal robe. Minister, this is even worse than before. What is going on? Your Majesty, we are trying our best, but the dust keeps spreading. Just when the king was about to lose his temper, a humble cobbler approached the palace. Your Majesty, I have an idea that might help. The king, curious, nodded for him to continue. The cobbler got to work, not sweeping the dust, but instead making shoes for everyone in the kingdom. He made shoes for the king, the minister, and all the people. Once everyone wore the shoes, they no longer felt the dust beneath their feet. The king was overjoyed. Cobbler, you have solved the problem. I shall reward you greatly for your wisdom. As the king was about to give the cobbler a treasure, the minister quickly interrupted. But wait, Your Majesty, this idea was actually in my mind the whole time. How did the cobbler know this? The king laughed heartily, realizing the cleverness of the cobbler. Minister, perhaps next time you should speak your mind. As for now, the cobbler shall have his reward. And so the cobbler left the palace with a bag full of gold, while the minister stood there, shaking his head with a sheepish grin. The kingdom remained dusty, but no one cared anymore because their feet were protected. And from that day on, the wise cobbler was remembered as the man who outsmarted the minister in the funniest way possible.